Hello my friend, I just want to bring up a point in this video, but first let me tell you about a story of a very insecure guy I knew a few years back. And by the way, if y'all saw this big rib shirt, thank you for noticing. Thank you. So back to the story about the insecure guy. So there was this guy that I knew that just because he had a bad experience with one person, he thought that he shouldn't interact with any other person ever. And actually, I'll tell you who this insecure person is right now. That insecure person was me. And the point I want to bring up is that we should never generalize people, whether it's based on race, religion, gender, groups, family members, or whatever. So just because someone has a beard or looks bad, you can't assume that that person's a rapist or anything. You can't assume that just because the crime rates are generally higher for African Americans that every African American's going to be a criminal. You cannot assume that just because there are male rapists in the world that you should avoid every male. You can't assume that just because there's some evil women out there that you should avoid all women in general. You also can't assume that just because someone did something bad in the past, that person's gonna be bad forever. I'm not saying that that person might still be doing those bad things, but here's what you can do. You can take a precaution and limit your interactions with that person. And you can also ask other people, not just one group of people, but all kinds of people that hang around that person to see how his reputation plays out. And to figure out whether something's an insecurity or a reality, that's where experience plays in. Keep in mind though, when you hear what other people have to say about a certain group of people, when you take advice in general, you should consider it carefully, but you make the final decision at the very end. I would like to thank my best friend Vinny Pani and my dad for telling me that, by the way. And just because an older generation or a family member or someone who's related to someone like many generations back did something bad, you can't assume that the child of that person or the grandchild of that person or the cousin of that person is going to be the same way. You also can't say that just because you're a Christian and someone else is not a Christian, that you shouldn't interact with them because they're not Christians. And the same goes for any other religion, whether you're a Buddhist or a Hindu or anything. Like, you shouldn't stop interacting with people of different religions as well. However, if you assume that just because every Asian is smart, that I'm also smart, hey, I'll take it as a compliment. Jokes aside, guys, I get it. Like, everybody has their past traumas, has bad experiences. But to reiterate what I said, please don't be like me and generalize people in a certain category. It's unfair to you, and it's unfair to others as well. So let's go ahead and spread the word. Let's lead a better example for the people in the world. Logic over emotion, guys.